Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name's Ashley. I am a junior chemical engineering major from Texas A&M. I just finished my first semester of junior year, which is exciting. I only have 2 more years left, and if you are confused, I did recently this past semester convert myself into a 4.5 year plan, so I will be a super senior, and which is completely normal, especially for an engineer. A lot of engineers do a 4.5 year plan. I think at the end of the day, I will be a lot happier and I will be more successful in my field with just doing a 4.5 year plan. So I guess that's like a really big update that you guys haven't heard, because I really haven't told you guys or even brought it up. I talked to my advisor about it. There was just more pros than cons to dragging out another semester, just because my workload will be a lot less. Instead of packing on a lot of classes, I can just space it out, so then like I'm not too overpacked. I'll be able to have an extra summer to intern and just gain more experience. Originally I packed on a lot of summer classes just so I can like graduate on time, you know, but this upcoming summer is the first summer that I'm not taking any summer classes since I started college, which is going to be super weird to say. I'm not taking any summer classes. If you guys been here this whole semester, I've been on a job hunt and it's just been a really hard time finding an internship. Luckily, I was able to land an internship. If you guys are new, I did land an internship this summer. It literally happened like a few weeks ago. Super last minute. I really gave up for the semester on job hunting and I was going to continue in the spring, and somehow I managed to land an internship. The job market was already hard, and then you add Corona on top of it, just made it really hard, and a lot of companies weren't hiring or in a hiring freeze because like their company didn't know what they were doing with Corona. This past summer, a lot of internships got rescinded, and for me, it's like if I hadn't landed an internship in the summer and I was graduating on time, I would be panicking. I would have been panicking. Like, I was at least a little bit like chill. Like, I was panicking, but I was like more chill, just because I knew if I couldn't land an internship, I could have done like research over the summer or something, and then like I would still have 1 additional summer to like find an internship. That's just like me weighing the pros and cons of 4 and 4.5 years. Anyways, so yeah, that's like my big announcement for this semesterly update. This semester is different because last semester we were midway in the semester and then Corona hit, and it was just a whirlwind of trying to figure out how the hell do we continue from here. And then this semester, Corona was already full intact. So basically how A&M did it was you either had in-person classes or remote learning, and some classes were all online and some classes had in-person classes, and all in-person classes had the remote option. All my classes were in person, but if you guys watched my vlogs, I went in person for like the first 2 to 3 weeks, and then I completely went to online and just did remote, just because it was just so convenient to just like wake up and roll out of bed and not have to get ready, and I just log in. And like, you guys knew how I did with my 8 a.m. I have my 9:45 and I could not do it, which is so weird because all the past years in college, I've always waken up at 9:15 no matter what. Like, no matter what time I went to sleep, I would wake up at 9:15 and start my day. So you would think at 9:45 I could make it. For some reason, I guess like Corona hit, or I was just like always at home in my apartment, I could not wake up for my 9:45. For the life of me, I definitely think I got a lot lazier. I worked better somewhere else, and I didn't have Zach, which would have made the semester a lot harder just because I had to force myself to study in my apartment. And the past few years, I've never studied a day in my apartment, not a setting that I'm used to studying in, just because like my bed's right there. Like, why would I choose to study when my bed's there? So I always went to Zach. I learned how to study over Zoom with my friends. Of course, I wish it was like in person where I could actually talk to them and like show them my paper and stuff like that, instead of just over here like sending screenshots and papers of us like comparing work and how we did it. It was just like a different way of adapting to learn. I went from a lot of like a 15-16 hour load to 12 hours this semester. My grade was a lot better. I did a lot better than expected. I am in my major specific classes at this point. I'm not taking any more like electives or prereqs. I'm not taking like any general engineering classes anymore. And I also picked up a safety engineering certificate, so I'm also doing that. Because I have another semester, I can just like add on like whatever it is I need for that certificate, an extra class each semester, which makes it like not too hard, and it balances out like my chemi classes. Picking up certificate along the way, so that's like another pro that I got to do, extending an extra semester. If you guys are confused what a certificate is, it's kind of like a minor, but it's not a minor, it's just called a certificate. I definitely do miss social interaction. You guys watch my vlogs, my interactions were very limited, and my camera is dying. I'm gonna just keep going until my camera dies. Let's be real here. I think this is like my least stressful semester yet thus far with exams. Comparing this year's schedule and exam schedules versus like my past semesters. I guess just because I had a lot more hours then and it was a lot of like gen stuff. So a lot of my classes have gone from 3 exams and a final, so most of my classes now are like 2 exams and a final. I'm like in the middle of filming this and Vivi just got her acceptance letter. You guys, I'm old. She's class of 2025. I didn't get the sticker on my acceptance letter.
Sucker.
Like, these are so cute. Can I have them? I don't want the 2025. I might like these.
Go ahead.
They're so cute. Are you gonna go to A&M?
We'll see.
I am the loudest and the proudest member of the Fighting Texas Aggie class of
25.
I finally am eligible for my ring after this semester. 90 hours, like, just wait for it. I'm so excited. I really wish that I could have ring day in person, and there's still hope that ring day is in person, I think. A lot of people are telling me to wait on ordering it until COVID's over, but honestly, like, I've been working towards this ring for so long. I didn't think I could make it here this far, to be honest, because I suffer a lot of, like, imposter syndrome, and the fact that I'm in my junior year already and I made it into the major. Chemie is like a really competitive major, especially at A&M. When I was a freshman, I got through ETAM. I really didn't think I was gonna make it as a chemie because I didn't think I was competitive enough. I didn't think my GPA was good enough, and yet here I am. This semester, I've been able to get really close to my advisor. I had a breakdown one day. I emailed my advisor. She was like, just call me, like, this emailing thing isn't working. And I was just like on the phone with her, crying on the phone. And that's like the day when we decided to do like the 4.5 year plan. And she was just like pep talking me like, hey, like, you wouldn't be here, like, we wouldn't have accepted you through ETM if like we didn't think you can do it. It's like what I really needed. And then like whenever I need to talk, like, I'm on like a texting basis with my advisor. Like, she has my number, I have her number, and like she'll text me sometimes. And I didn't think I would ever have that type of relationship in college. Like, a professor maybe, but like my advisor, like, I don't know, like, on YouTube I've always been told that like, oh, advisors don't care about you, like, they're just there for your money. But honestly, like, my advisor has been there for me. It just warms my heart, especially coming from such a big school. I didn't think I could have that type of relationship with an advisor, and it's just nice to know that I have a family and I have someone like supporting me through this journey. Another thing with COVID, sorry, like my mind is just going everywhere. Another thing with COVID is that like my classes are getting harder. I definitely want to get closer to my professors, and it was just hard with COVID and not being able to talk to them in person. Like, everything's just kind of like through emailing. It's like they'll probably recognize the name, but they can't put a face to it. I know like a lot of my classes, like, no one turns on their cameras when they're in class. It's just like the professor talking. There's times where like there's no one that even shows up to class like in person, and everyone's just like online, and the professor's just like there talking to himself just because it's supposed to be like also a in-person class. But yeah, I don't really know what else to talk about. I feel like I've spilled everything, just besides that, like, it was a pretty sad semester. I was by myself a lot. Oh, I was able to make new friends through Zoom. Like, that's crazy. One of my classes, like, we were put into homework groups that sprouted like a new friendship. And what's nice is that like that one friend, just because like my classes are so major specific now that like there's only so many sections that there is. And so most of the time, like, if they're not in this class, then they're in your class. It's a lot easier to find people that you know in your classes. That is how I felt about this past semester. If I feel like I needed to say anything else, I guess editing Ashley for her input. Overall, I just wish I had more social interactions.